I'm going to reflect on a 2-hour lesson that I taught to university sophomores whose levels range from A1 to B1. There were 16 students present, including 13 Koreans, 2 Russians, and 1 Chinese. The learning objectives were as follows. Linguistic objective, to help them better understand the difference between the sounds a and in minimal pairs such as bag and beg, lag and leg. Linguistic objective, to help them better understand the grammar and lexical items that we've studied so far this semester, to help them prepare for their written quiz that's coming up in a few weeks. And communicative objective, to help them prepare, practice, and present a short dialogue to get them ready for their final speaking test, which is coming up in a few weeks. Lesson evaluation number 1, the achievement of the learning objectives. They were all achieved as far as the minimal pair activity was concerned. It was a little bit difficult at first, more so than usual, but I did help them notice the similarities and differences between the sounds that we studied and related sounds in their own languages. I should have monitored them a little bit more closely when they did their pair work for that activity. At the end of the lesson, when they created a dialogue, they were able to identify the same sounds in different words, demonstrating their ability to notice those sounds and a better understanding of them. As far as the grammar and vocabulary is concerned, they demonstrated a better understanding of 10 questions, and then everyone had to copy down all of the questions and answer them, and then the students who wrote the questions had to get up and explain them or provide the answers. So that helped them not only better understand the grammar and vocabulary, but also develop more learner autonomy. There was a problem with the present progressive in that in describing pictures, a lot of them used the simple present instead of describing what was happening or what was happening in the picture. Achievement of the communicative objective was demonstrated in that they started with me creating a few lines for a dialogue, which we then marked for pronunciation, intonation, and stress, which they were able to notice quite readily. And then we did a drill activity in which they kept reciting or reading the dialogue as I erased it, and eventually it was all gone and they had it memorized. And then they had to write it down and demonstrate their understanding of the pronunciation, intonation, and stress that we had just covered by marking their dialogue for those things. And then they had to work with a partner to finish the dialogue by adding 2 more lines and practicing it and presenting it. Lesson evaluation number 5, motivation and learner strategies. My students enjoy working as a class in groups and in pairs more so than individually, especially making presentations. So giving them adequate time to work with their partner before making a presentation helped them a lot. I probably should have thought more about Russian and Chinese learner strategies. That's something I can consider in the future. And specifically regarding the pronunciation activities that we do, they always enjoy the minimal pair game that we do every 2 or 3 weeks. They were really motivated, specifically when we did the student-generated practice quiz. They really focused on that. That went over quite well. And they also had fun with the dialogue and focused on that. And lesson evaluation number 7, group and individual needs. Each activity involved class and pair work, and I was able to help monitor their work quite a lot. So thank you.